The word hero gets kicked around more than a soccer ball in Brazil. Sometimes, the more you use a word, the less it means. War hero, football hero, guitar hero, my hero. What is a hero? A soldier? A teacher? A sandwich? What does hero really mean? As a term of art, we're going to define hero in a very narrow and specific way. A hero is one who acts voluntarily for the benefit of another or to uphold a moral principle at great cost or risk to himself and with no thought of reward. A hero acts entirely independently, willingly, ungrudgingly, and without hesitation. Nobody's forcing him to do it. He isn't getting paid. A hero isn't following somebody else's orders. Indeed, quite often, the hero is disobeying somebody's orders. Sometimes it means to do something. Sometimes it means to refrain from doing something. But either way, a hero takes responsibility for his own actions. To act independently, you have to think independently. But the most important part of acting voluntarily is acting. A hero isn't looking out for number one. He's looking out for somebody else. Moreover, he's looking out for someone to whom he owes no specific duty. Not a family member, not his best friend. A stranger. Someone he doesn't know and has no particular reason to care about. He acts to protect the weak, the lost, and the low, the helpless, the broken, or those about to be broken. He might also sometimes act to uphold or preserve a moral principle, not for the benefit of someone else in particular, but for the benefit of everyone else. Let's face it, if it was convenient and comfortable, everybody would be a hero. The hero acts against his own self-interest. He doesn't do what he does because it's safe and easy. He does it despite it being dangerous and difficult and against the odds. The risk may be physical, immediate grave bodily injury or death. The risk may be social, loss of employment, loss of social standing, isolation, banishment, imprisonment, cancellation. It's going to cost him something. It could cost him everything. He does it anyway. A hero doesn't ask, what's in it for me? He doesn't act for fame or fortune or to get the girl in the end. Not for money in the bank, a pat on the back, or a kiss on the cheek. He disdains the spotlight and won't accept a reward even if offered one. His only reward for doing the thing, if there is a reward, is having done the thing. Just because it was the right thing to do. And that's the way he wants to live his life. Heroes come in three flavors. We call them the Instinctive Hero, the Situational Hero, and the Knight-Errant. The Instinctive Hero acts on the spur of the moment, without thinking, without conscious reflection or decision-making. He doesn't think because there's no time to think. There's only time to act, and not much time for that. You're in the subway, and there's a train approaching, and suddenly some kid falls off the platform and onto the tracks. This is no time for debate, discussion, or participatory democracy. Before anyone else can even move, some stranger jumps down, grabs the kid, climbs them both up out of there, and the train misses him by a whisker. It's not uncommon afterwards for that hero to say, if I'd had time to think about it, I probably wouldn't have done it. He wasn't acting from intention. He was acting on instinct. The situational hero is one who prepares ahead of time to act in a certain set of circumstances. You take a first aid CPR course, so if you ever encounter that medical emergency, you know what to do. You may learn rescue swimming or firefighting or pistol shooting or some other emergency skill. So if the situation ever presents, you'll be able to act adequately and appropriately. The Knight-Errant is a little like the situational hero in that he may prepare himself. But prepared or not, he doesn't just hang around waiting for just the right set of conditions for him to step up. He goes out into the world and seeks out opportunities to act. He looks for dragons to slay. You identify a heroic task that needs to be done and you just go do it. I have a friend who rescues horses. She's damn good at it too. It costs her a lot in terms of time and effort and money. But she has saved a lot of ponies from the dog food companies. And her reward for saving those horses is having saved those horses. Look, there are 10,000 battles that need to be fought. So go pick one. You can't do everything, but you can sure as hell do something. Feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, defend the innocent, right the unrightable wrong. We need every hero we can get. Now, you may not be the one to cut the red wire before the bomb goes off, or run into a burning building to save a neighbor's cat, or to make one really great pitch, one for the angels. But you can make the world a better place with tiny acts of everyday heroism. Just take one straw off the camel's back. By making this a habit, you not only improve life for those around you, but you cultivate your capacity and your inclination for bigger and better things. You know, when you lift weights, you don't start out by putting 500 pounds up on your back. You start with a broomstick, and you progressively up the ante and the effort. So here's 3 very simple, safe, easy exercises you can do to start developing your hero muscles. 2 of them are about awareness and action. One is about your attitude. Go out of your way to open a door or hold a door for somebody. The first step in helping someone in need is to be aware that someone needs help. That's called situational awareness. Seeing when someone needs help and opening the door or holding the door for them is an inexpensive way to practice both awareness and action. Whether it's the line at the grocery store or merging on the freeway, let somebody else go first. Being mindful of the needs of those around you and practicing selfless acts are both behaviors that define a hero. This is a tough one. Find 3 good things you can say honestly about somebody you really don't like, somebody you disagree with, somebody who views the world very differently than you do, someone you might not associate with if you didn't really have to. And I don't mean things like he's got a nice haircut. I mean like, he may be wrong, but he's sincere, morally consistent, and not afraid to stand up for what he believes in. This is a good exercise to start getting past your petty biases and prejudices. To be a hero, you don't have to run faster than a speeding bullet. You don't have to be more powerful than a locomotive or able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. You don't have to be exposed to gamma rays or radioactive waste or be bitten by a radioactive spider. You don't have to be invisible or immortal. You don't need a magic ring, a magic word, or a magic sword. All you need is what you've already got. Just use it.